With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. You look at the Cavaliers. So Dallas will get the first possession. Now here's Murray. Pass to Aiden. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavaliers. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Suggs with it. Now guarded by Aiden.
Absolutely flying. Look at Suggs using those hops to jam it home.
And here's James, averaging around 6 a game. Aiden, no good. And Suggs has got the ball here for Cleveland. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Mavericks head coach and I got a chance to talk. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and coach said we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, BA.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Pass to Aiden. 6 to shoot. And he comes up with a bucket.
Grown man strength right there. Aiden just pushing through contact and getting it done.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
And Mobley gets it to go.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
James inside. 8 in the open look. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is James. Over Suggs. James can't get it to go.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Gets the 3 to fall. Suggs has got 7.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
Exum outside. Pass to Murray. James outside. Puts up a 3. Jones grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Inside. Mobley. Back to Okoro. And here's Suggs. Pulls up on the wing. And the basket is good. He's got 9.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now, here is James. He's scoreless. It's Suggs with a drive. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Mobley, no good. Mavericks trail by 7. Now Murray. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Exum outside. The three, James. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Out to Mobley. Into the lane. And Mobley throws it down.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Exum outside. Back to Murray. Pass to James. Dallas, no good that time either. Cleveland leading by 9. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mobley, right side. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Murray with the ball for the Mavericks. James, left side. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. The three from Okoro. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have a... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Now here's Garland. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Count it, good.
Not only is Garland's jump shot silky smooth, it's also effective. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Wagner with a screen. There's the triple. The shot comes out.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. And the shot is good by Garland. Garland's got his second basket of the night.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
Ayton in the high post. Here's Exum. Another three for Dallas.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And it's Garland on the drive. Wagner with a screen. Fires for three. The Mavericks pull it in. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Wagner with a steal. Here's Jerome. He buries it from three. Jerome's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Dillingham. No points yet. Kicks it out to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Dillingham, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Shannon. No good from outside. The Cavaliers lead by 11. Outside Garland. Wagner outside. Garland feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And he can't hit the second. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Mavericks making a switch here. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Here's Hunter. It's good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Mavericks trail by 13. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be.
To the paint. And stolen by Mobley. Okoro outside. Back to Hunter. Pass to Okoro. Outside Garland. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's Shannon. Dallas, no good that time either. Got a piece of it. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Mavericks trail by 13. Driving in. Uses the glass on the layup. Shannon's got 6. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Dillingham. Driving to the basket. And the deficit down inside single digits. Dillingham's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Dillingham, following the score by Cleveland. And still the ball out of bounds. Dillingham tucks it last.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And Cleveland has possession. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. He's got 6.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play. Finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Shannon. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Jackson. Another one falls for Dallas.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And Suggs has got the ball here for Cleveland. They lead by 11.
So tough trying to slow down Suggs, especially when he gets it going, because he's persistent and relentless.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust, and Dallas making a change here. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Now here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Murray inside. Najee. Rebounded by Suggs. Cleveland leading by 13. Outside Jones. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Murray looking around. Pass to Najee. Outside Johnson. Murray with it. Over Suggs. Here's Najee. No good with the triple.
Timeout. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Garland. Sinks that one from the post. Garland's got 10 points in the game.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
The shot by Najee, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Now here's Garland. 43 seconds left in the third quarter.
Getting to the line more since his career has gone on. Garland, a deployable free throw shooter.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. Garland hits them both. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Cavaliers ball. Cleveland leading by 20. Wagner with a screen. Takes a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Here's Murray. And he makes it. Murray's gotten 4 this quarter.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Outside Strus. And the 3 off target. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Cleveland on top, running away with it.
44.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Dillingham. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Second chance effort, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cleveland leading by 21. Here's Suggs. Kept alive.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Dillingham. Here's Najee. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Shannon. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Suggs outside. The rebound by Jackson. Mavericks trail by 21. Here's Dillingham. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Outside Hunter. Pass to Suggs. Here's Okoro. That one a little long. Here's Dillingham. Over Suggs. And stolen by Mobley. Here's Okoro. And he converts the layup. Okoro's got his first basket. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Shoots. Suggs, no good. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Down low. Here's Najee. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Poke loose. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Exum gets the bucket.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
To the inside. Najee. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Jones from outside. And Ayton pulls it down. And James has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Cavaliers.
When you look at the stat sheet, it's impressive this wasn't a total blowout. Their offense was in top gear all night long, Grant.
I thought the same thing, B.A. I mean, the difference in field goal percentages is pretty shocking.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Evan Mobley.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
Here's James. He's rebounded by Okoro.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Mavericks foul. Short. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He's off on the first.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising. An effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's James. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Here's James. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the line. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Well, it's hard to deny the talent of Bronny James, and I think the D took that into account there.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. There's the steal. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game